Hello, mathematicians. Okay, you are beginning 2 targets that are going to be all about circles. And as we work on those, there are quite a few terms that we need to make sure that you remember from middle school or previous classes. So you have 2 choices. You can either just follow along with me, write in definitions and do the drawings, or you're welcome to do the cut and paste if you don't feel like actually writing these all down. Just find the correct definition and paste it into the box. Okay, I'm just going to review them. Here we go. Of course, a circle. A circle is a set of points equidistant from a given point, which is the center. So once we have a center, then a circle is basically all the dots that are the same distance from that center. So if I put a bunch of dots on the outside of my circle, they are all the same distance away. Okay, radius. Radius is a segment with endpoints at the center and on the circle. So a radius is only halfway across the circle. It starts at the center of the circle and goes to the actual line of a circle, and so we do call that a radius. We actually mark it with a little r. Okay, a chord. A chord is a segment with the endpoints on the circle. So here is a chord. Notice that the endpoints are both on the circle, and it is the line connecting those points. Now they can be anywhere on here. In fact, I can make another chord right here if I wanted to. 2 endpoints and connect them. Okay, a diameter. The diameter goes all the way across the circle and it cuts through the center. So it's a chord also, but it passes through the center. So notice that I have an endpoint A, endpoint B. The line connects them and it goes through the center P. Next we have a secant. Now what's different about a secant is a line. A line is something that never ends. A line that intersects the circle in 2 places. So notice that our line, which will continue to go in this direction forever and continue to go in that direction forever, but it does intersect our circle at 2 points. Then we have a tangent. A tangent is a line that intersects the circle at exactly 1 place. So in other words, it's another line that will continue to go forever and continue to go up forever, but it only touches our circle at 1 point. And finally, on this page, we have the point at which the tangent line intersects the circle. That is called our point of tangency. You might want to practice that, point of tangency. So notice that we've got our tangent here. That is our line that intersects in 1 spot. And the place that it intersects is at Q, and that is the point of our tangency. Okay, let's go to the next page. Remember, you can pause at any time. Remember, you've got to be sketching in the pictures and writing in or pasting in the definitions. Okay, our next part. Now let's talk about some angles. A central angle. A central angle is an angle with a vertex, which is going to be our point here, at the center, and 2 sides that are radii. So what that means is we've got we've got segments that are starting at the center of our circle and ending on the circle, which means this is a radius and this is a radius, but because the angle is at the center of the circle, we call it a central angle. And we name this angle, that's the angle sign, APB. Notice that P is in the middle because our vertex is in the middle. Next we have an inscribed angle. Inscribed, now think about writing. Scribe means to write. It's an angle with a vertex on the circle. So it's written on the circle and 2 sides that are chords. So notice I have a segment from C to A and I have a segment from C to B. They both touch at point C, which is our vertex. And since this is written on the circle, it is inscribed angle. Now we would name this angle ACB because C is the center, it is the vertex. Okay, our next word is arc. Arc is a portion of the edge of the circle defined by two endpoints. Now we do have a symbol here, so notice we have an endpoint and an endpoint, and you'll notice that they are connected. It is a little bit thicker there. You're going to notice that as we start to do some of the work. So it'll be a little bit bolder, the area that we're talking about. This is considered an arc. This is arc, and we would actually write that as AB because it's A to B, and we would do an arc over the top of it. Now, a minor arc. A minor arc is an arc with a measure that is less than 180 degrees. So notice that here is A, here is B, and this is less than 180 degrees. Actually, in a circle, half of a circle is 180 degrees. So notice that AB is smaller than our half circle. So it is a minor arc. Minor meaning smaller than, right? Think about you're a minor. You're under the age of 18. This is under the 180 degrees. And we mark that as arc AB. We also only use two letters to name it because really we don't need any more because they're both, it's kind of small. Now major arcs are larger. Major, it's an arc with a measure greater than 180. So remember I talked about a circle is 180 degrees. Notice that and so I'm going to name it ACB. Remember, start it in order, A, C, and then B. And that is my large arc. Now my last piece here is semicircle. A semi means half. Okay, so semi means half. So a semicircle is an arc with endpoints on the diameter. And notice that it is exactly half. That's why it's a half a circle, semi. And so this arc here is going to be 180 degrees. Now this next part, you're welcome to stop and fill this in because this will be a good reference page, but I'm going to teach you this in the next lesson. We're going to learn area, circumference, and how to find an arc length. So I'm not going to explain it now just because the video will get long. Go ahead and pause the video, copy this in, and we'll talk about it in the next lesson. Okay, good job. Ask questions if you have any.